welcome to the EP Journal. I'm your host, Bill McGlade. On today's episode, we're going to talk about haters. But first, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Reziata, the leading room block and self-service housing platform designed by customers for customers. All right, haters. So, if any of you are fans of Gary Vee from VaynerMedia, you know and understand what he says about haters. Beep. I'm not going to go that route, although I do agree with him on some points, and we'll get into that in just a bit. Now, at any time in your life, whether you're an entrepreneur or doing whatever, you're going to encounter haters. And it's important that you take some lessons away from this encounter. So what is it that you can learn from haters? Number one, they hate. And it's not necessarily about you. However, there is some things that you can probably take away from their hate. So what is it they're hating on? And is there something that you can change within your message? You don't have to change for them, but if you are trying to get to that audience, then you will have to go ahead and change your messaging. Number two, they may not be your correct target audience, and that's okay. Your business may not be about them, right? And it's definitely not about you either, but you do need to figure out what your target audience is, and that will resonate with them. Number three, when you're changing your messaging, right, it's important to understand why you're changing it. It may not necessarily be exactly what they're saying, but as you tinker around with your messaging to find your target audience, it's important to understand the why. Don't fold into the hate. Don't let it get to you in that sense, but make sure that you're changing it for a good reason, not just because. And last lesson, number four, you are going to feel meh right after the first time you get hated on. I can tell you I did. But, I got over it pretty quickly, as I do with many things, because I just don't let it get to me. And that's exactly what is supposed to happen. Internalize it, reflect on it, but don't let it get you down. Understand that you're always going to have haters out there. But what you do with that hate is what's important. Those next steps that you take to move forward is important. Now, hate is not a form of failure in any sense, but from our last episode, we spoke with Dharmesh, and he had mentioned from his 20 years of being an entrepreneur that failure is inevitable. Failures are opportunities. So take hate and haters as an opportunity. So hater out there, I love you. I don't hate you, because everything that you do, every hate that you throw my way, you make me stronger. So I appreciate it. So please keep throwing hate at me, because I'm going to grow stronger, and I'm going to grow this business, and I'm going to move it forward. So that's this episode of the EP Journal.